Right, so we have Ultima Underworld, the Unity port of the game, and I'm going to stubbornly sit through and play the whole thing end to end. Let's see what it's giving us. It goes straight to the introduction, to the menu screen. We don't have any music in my audio checking of this game. I cannot find any music that plays, and sound effects seem to be selective in how they play too. But let's dive into the introduction. I'm going to mute my mic while we do this one.
At last, you are asleep. For 3 nights, each attempt to rest has brought you starting from your bed in fright, with no memory of what horrified you so. With a sickening sense of déjà vu, you begin to dream.
Treachery and doom. My brother would unleash a great evil. Britannia is in peril.
Sure that the ghost can take you to Britannia, you allow yourself to be drawn to him.
A visitor, and from far away indeed. Were he not dead, I'd suspect my brother sent thee. No matter, thou shalt serve to draw the hounds from the scent.
Below, a creature heads toward the dark woods, a thrashing sack slung over its massive shoulder.
What hast thou done with our lord's daughter Ariel? Dropped her below to an accomplice, I'll wager. Well, he'll nigh escape us, and when we bring him back, he'll both hang.
Several tense hours later, you are dragged before Baron Ulmric. Ignoring you, Ulmric questions his captain.
What news, Corwin?
Forgive us, my lord. The foul creature escaped. A score of us gave chase, but it fled into the Stygian abyss with poor Ariel. We were attacked. Goblins and worse, my lord. Only 3 of us survived.
I see.
The Baron turns his hard grey eyes upon you.
I was warned of thy coming. Last fortnight, an apparition of an old, haggard man appeared in my dreams. Guard thy daughter well, it warned, for an evil one shall come to steal her away. I posted guards at Ariel's door, but still you took her from me. They say thou didst drop her to a troll waiting below. What sayest thou?
You explain that you are the Avatar, and that you are innocent.
Whether thou speak truth or falsehood, I cannot say. Stories tell of the coming of the Avatar, but years have passed since he visited here. If thou art truly the Avatar, then perhaps thou canst offer hope. None here can survive the Stygian abyss and rescue Ariel. My mind is set. Corwin shall take thee to the abyss. Return here with my daughter, and thy innocence shall be proven. If thou dost not return, Avatar, then thy lies shall have brought thee low.
This be the foul pit's only entrance. Once it is locked, none can pass. I will shut thee in and stand guard till I hear Ariel, otherwise 'twill remain shut forever.
Well, it's certainly not without its charm, is it? Character creation. Female. I'd rather look at a pixelated female than a pixelated male. Sue me. Oh, we are right-handed. This cursor being left wherever I've clicked previously is a thing, as you can see down there. We're actually playing a development build of the game. This is the most up-to-date version I can find. This says it's fully playable. In testing, it seems to be playable. And we're going to go with a shepherd of all classes because they have the lowest stat spread by default, but they actually have the highest number of bonus points that get distributed in character creation, and so you can end up with the highest combinations. We're just going to keep doing this and re-rolling our stats until I get a high strength, primarily. Strength is double what that number is. I would like something higher than 50. You can get as high as 60. That will not do it. 27, that'll be 54. Good intelligence as well, but that dexterity sucks. I'm basically going until I can get something closer to a 30. Shepherd, it's punishing me now. Yeah, it's punishing me. I should have taken that 27. I really should have taken that 27. There we go, 29. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll be talking like I've been dropped as a kid, but well, there's nothing new there. We're all used to that here. Sword. Wow, and I can't defend myself for a shit anyway. Oh, I want lore of those skills, honestly, because the more I can identify, the better. Well, we can pick lore twice. Awesome. And Christ. Now we have to actually personalize our character. This is always my weakness. Standard, because this game is not difficult at all. And as usual. And it just dumps us straight in the game. Right, now, do we have sound effects at all? Yes, we can do things. I'm pretty sure that's actually taken out of Black Crypt. We have a sack. Movement is your usual cursor. You can customize the cursor keys, but you don't seem to have a turn key. The way that you look around in the world, you've got a mouse look toggle, which is E, which is frustrating because I'm not a WASD gamer, and so I'll have to be reaching across the keyboard every time I want to toggle this on and off. It does have WASD set as well, and so those of you who use WASD won't have any issue in toggling between it. It's just a matter of, you know, one more tap of your index finger. I, on the other hand, like to make things difficult for myself. And on that note, in this sack, left click to open. Okay, so in this sack we have a map. This map we are going to leave there. And we are not going to touch it again. I do not play this game with a map. I do not need a map. I remember this game like the back of my hand. He says not able to fucking put anything anywhere. So the controls are a little bit different to the DOS version, which is what I'm used to, which is what we're all used to. We attacked the entrance with all manner of tools, but it gave not a hair. It simply cannot be breached. Hence we have resigned ourselves to die in this hellish pit. Elsmore. This is the entrance. We have a skull. Now, early game, you can actually check these, and it should tell you what they are from. We see a skull. No, not that one, apparently. I don't want to let go of it. There we go. Okay, we have a plant. I'm going to grab that because that is handy food. Okay, so we do. So in the inventory, we right click and that's it. We don't click and hold. In the overworld, we click and hold. I'm sure that that is something that they are working on as we speak. We have some debris. Can we pick this up? No, we still can't pick up the debris. Have to admit, the mouse look wasn't in the original version. I'm really enjoying the mouse look. Holy crap, am I enjoying the mouse look. And I just heard a door open. Why did we hear a door open? We have a bowl. We can store our food in that. Anything that qualifies as food anyway. We grab that torch. And a hand axe, which will be useful for bartering. I'm going to put this there because for a little while that is going to be our main carrying thing. Oh, I forgot we get a backpack around here. Oh, we did, or is it just... Oh, it's over there. Alright, so we have rune stones. They will be useful in a second. Actually, they're not going to be useful at all because I've got the intelligence of Shu. Put you there. You there. You go there. And this will be our main storage. Alright, so the inventory doesn't automatically scroll up as you go. I wonder if that's a permanent thing or if that's just because I didn't have more than that one page worth of stuff to begin with. Okay. Open. Well, that's a nice smooth animation. I do like the way they've implemented that. That looks good. Okay. We're going to save our game here because I haven't saved yet. Okay, we don't actually get a choice as to what the game gets called. Maybe that will change as well when they update the build. Now, I do just want to check something in my stream health. Pardon me. Because this is a new one, I want to make sure that it is all happy. Twitch. Dashboard. Because I can't check my stream health from where I am. Bitrate is excellent. Good. Okay. So we have a bedrock. I didn't want to use that. Oh my lord. Oh, I don't think we'd actually turned on our... Blank, thou hast arrived. They have already blank, but with haste and virtue we can blank. Blank, seek out and speak to the civilized inhabitants of the abyss. They blank. Blank end, and thy decisions and actions will blank. This game really needs music. I'm glad we hadn't turned on our... Okay, so the torch does actually matter. This game is a lot brighter in Unity. Just going to put you in there. Not that we're going to need to sleep too often. It's going to be more of a healing thing than a needing our energy back thing. There is supposed to be an outcast around here. Where's he gone? Oh, there you are. Left click to talk. There we are. Hail, stranger, what be thy business? I have not seen thee in this place before. I'm attempting to rescue an innocent girl. Oh, a rescue mission, is it? Should the Baron's guards not be with thee, to aid thee in thy search? More likely one of them threw thee in here, eh? Is it gonna load the rest? Ah, we'll use that spacebar for that. Okay then. Thou needest not be ashamed of thy misfortune, lass. Thou art in the same pot with all of us now. If thou art to have a chance of surviving in the abyss for long, thou must... I think speech might be a little broken. So we're not getting the rest of the dialogue. I'm glad that I know what he says. He tells us that we need to find the other civilized inhabitants of the abyss. We can manage by ourselves. Okay, well, he was eventually going to tell us to find the civilized inhabitants of the abyss. Cause of this battle. How didst thou escape? He's going to tell us about a pole in his cell. Don't tell me of thy people, just tell me how to GTFO this dialogue. Where are the humans? Thank thee. Okay, so it's a little abrupt. By little I mean a lot. And we're going to have our first combat against the mighty rotworm. That motion. I love it. I friggin' love it. Alright, so we want to pick that up. Pick it up. We still have our mouse look? No. There we do. And we'll pick that up. We'll pick that up. And because I invested all of my points into lore, we're going to drown in the slightest puddle. Game. I got out of the water, didn't I? Alright, so we need to jump again when we surface so that the game recognizes that we're on dry land, because apparently we will swim through the floor. Gotcha. It just works. Still a better game than Skyrim. Missing textures. I stand by what I just said. Actually, given that it seems that they haven't worked from anything other than manually ripped assets from the original game as opposed to, I don't know. It's like there's an editor for this. Really does look like they've actually gone in there and physically screen captured or something each texture and pulled it out, and for the most part kicked ass. And then you've got things like that boulder that were shaded a certain way. This is the way that the game handled the sloped surfaces, shaded the blue textures on those boulders a particular way that this engine just isn't quite up to. The motion is so smooth though. I would love this motion in the original game. This motion almost completely makes up for anything I might have to say negative about the game to this point. Okay, can I pick you up, please? Thank you. Open. We're just going to get rid of you before I fucking eat you and kill myself. You can go in there. You can go in there. And we have a sack. This rotworm will be useful. We actually need that rotworm for a quest. Turn back mouse look on. Turn back mouse look on. Jesus, turn my English good. We are auto using keys. That's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I actually enjoyed fumbling through my keys to find the right one. Alright, silver sapling. Where the fuck did that grow? Oh. Yes, it's thriving in that concrete. Totes. And here we have a jumping puzzle that's completely optional. We're actually going to save our game here. Save. Yeah, second slot. You can actually see my because I'm playing this from my original DOS install, which I just MacGyvered through Defend. It's actually still got my save games from the Let's Play, which was, Christ, how many years ago? I was still using my headset mic back when I recorded that one. Nope, straight onto the ground. Splash, splash, splash. Well, at least we're a nice clean avatar. I love the motion. In the original, they would, they'd move still, but it wasn't quite so smooth. They actually wiggle and they moved. I don't know if it was just the way that the game handled their motion. The way the game handled, oh my god, thank you. Moving sprites like that. So I don't want to use the fucking blood, I want to pick up the rotworm. What if I look away? Will it stop blooding? No, apparently not. There we go. Seems legit. I wonder how many of those anomalies though are caused by running Streamlabs OBS in the background. For example, when I was recording Shadow of Chernobyl, in my original fucking CD-based install, which dates that copy of that game, we don't have a key for this yet. Oh, well, that's interesting. I thought we did. No, we don't yet. It's the white key we pick up at the end of the level. Right, well then we want to turn off mouse look. We're going to beat this door down. I'm not going to waste my dagger on it. The textures are flawless. I can't help but wonder if they did actually... I'm thinking less and less that they pulled the assets with, as I would have thought, screenshots. I think they have actually gone in there and, you know, extracted the assets properly, which, from what I've seen, witchcraft beyond my understanding. I'm not a programmer, but from what I have seen, it's not actually terribly difficult. We're going to have a key bag now. There. I suppose one bonus of the bag not auto-scrolling as it should is that we could arrange things like that, as opposed to constantly putting our key bag in our rune bag, which is just frustrating. Oh, more acid slugs. Sword. Now, are we going to get to see through the crystal ball, or are we just going to get the dialogue? There we are. Oh no, we just get the dialogue. Peering into the crystal ball, a vision of a strange world appears. Bizarre creatures float through space. A green path flanked by a black void on either side runs off into the distance. Somehow you know the path leads to Britannia. For those who lived under a rock and never played this, it's actually included the end game. Mouse look off. Potion. I'm fairly confident this is a healing potion. Not confident enough to just go ahead and drink it right now. Can I pick it up, game? Fresh plant. There we go, we can pick it up there. No, we can't. We can't pick any of this stuff up. Oh, do I have to have the right thing? There we go. So this is a lot more selective about having to, well, have selected the correct thing in this menu. In the original game, you could right-click your way through pretty much every situation. I'm not complaining. Again, the movement. The movement! The movement is a thing of beauty, it truly is. Oh dear, now we get this jumping puzzle again. So, saving. And mouse look back on. Oh dear, and jump. Okay, so if we hold the jump, we actually get a longer jump. And we get a shorter jump with that. Noted. We don't seem to have a run key, but I don't recall there being a run function in the original game per se. I could be mistaken, but I just don't think I ever really used a run. Yes, the Unity version includes mouse look. Fucking mind-blowing. In the original you had to push the 1, 2 and 3 keys to turn your view up and down, but no, in this one you can toggle mouse look with the E key, which I've already had a bit of a rant, because I'm not a WASD gamer, and you can't change the binding of mouse look. It's stuck on E, so I'm either fumbling my WASD, which is going to explain a lot of my mistakes, completely the binding's not my own ineptitude, or I can just reach across the board every few seconds. Given the need to be changing in and out of mouse look, I am attempting WASD. There we go. We're going to save again so that we can just reload, because we've tried it a couple of times now. Nope. Restore. It's our first time loading a game. Does it work? It works! It works, and it didn't crash the game. Right, that opens the door over there, which takes us to a shrine. Save. Ah, grumble. Okay, well, we'll wear that one. We'll wear that one. He says, 10 minutes of splashing later, we'll reload. Okay, so it's not actually the game gets us stuck in the ground. It just takes a moment to catch up that we're not in the water anymore. Gotcha. Oh, that was close. The jumping is a lot better so far. Anyone who played the original will remember how terrible the jumping was. But such was the price we paid for a fully 3D dungeon crawler back in 1993. Mouse look back on. Oh, I did it. Yay. And we have our first shrine, which again they've taken a bit of liberty with. I don't know how I feel about that. Not in the purest, oh my god, it's not the usual brown sense, but in the, it looks really effing awkward sense. I wonder if that's just what it looks like if Unity has an untextured asset. That's... yeah, it's a thing. Right. The Muam, the mantra of truth. So the catch with these mantras, well, I'll backpedal a little bit. The level progression in this game, if you talk to the shrine, you can input a mantra, and ew is not a mantra apparently, and it will boost certain skills. The more you can boost is determined by how many experience points you've gained and not spent since you last visited a shrine. Each of these will boost, for example, this one is a fighter. You've got a mage across the way, and you've got a rogue at the back. They'll each boost a few skills, but only by a little bit. And I'd right now like to boost my sword skill, which is Imu. No, damn it, it's ammo. Imu is mana. Oh well, we'll be able to make an extra loaf of bread when we learn create food. Whoops. God, like, I know what I'm doing. Gets completely the wrong effing skill. But no, ammo, which is my sword skill, and Lan, which is the lore skill. I will be investing in... Where did my sapling go? Game. Hardcore run, go! I actually really want to know where it went. I see a marble floor. Our silver sapling has disappeared. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, it's not really a hardcore run. We still have our saves. We just lose a... We have our first enemy. See, I think we're perhaps a bit too light up here. We just... Yeah, that's better. Okay. So, our spoils include a serviceable leather vest. That's not going to tell us the condition on the floor. Oh, for God's sake, we have to... There we go. Is it going to tell us what condition it's in? Badly worn. Okay, well, we'll still wear it. Oh, they're right. She does wear it badly. Pick up the sling. This is all rubbish that we're not going to use other than in trading. There we go. So I'll use my enter key rather than just simply right-clicking a second time to confirm that. I'll pick this up. I think that's a lurker down below us. As we go down, we'll also find these, and we can look in these with the right option chosen. And the further down we go, the more lava we can see at the bottom. Alas, we don't get to level 7 with the ability to see the end game boss in there. Right, so in there are grey goblins. I actually give not a crap about them. I'm not speedrunning this, obviously, because we'd have been done 10 minutes ago if I were. But I am, given that I am playing through this all in one sitting, I am being a bit economical in what I am doing. There should be a secret wall about here. There it is. Well, the secrets are much more well hidden. Actually, I'll put that back down because I want to put that in here. What we also have around here is a healing fountain. It just works. Oh no, there we go. There it lines up. There, we'll just take a screenshot of that one. The lack of music is haunting though. Lack of music and the one sound effect at a time are both... They certainly make it feel a bit more raw. Should probably eat something. Apparently my character has no table manners whatsoever. And there are spiders down here. We'll go and put them to the sword. And I don't think we get any leeches until the end of the map, so if we get poisoned here, that's actually not a great thing. I mean, being poisoned is never a great thing, but it may actually mean reloading. Apparently that piece of meat tasted great. Mouse look off. No, we don't want to stab the gloves, we want to pick them up. Might as well put them on. Shimmy over here and grab that bit of corn. And there was some spikes. We don't actually need the spikes. You can use them to nail doors shut, but they don't seem to actually have any effect. Red in the background. Hey, Red.
Hi.
I'll put those in our backpack. We have... Oh no, we did get leeches. Do you mind? Right, so the old combat cheese in this game where you could just walk backwards, they're hitting us anyway, as you can see. I wonder, well, we're going to find out about how well our silver sapling works now, as that sound effect plays again and again and again. Oh Christ, we're going to spawn in the floor now. I think we did. Nope, it is. It's killing us again and again because the sapling's in the floor. Oh, crap. Well, we've got to... Like, that hard locks the game, really, because I have to drop out and come back in. Oh, dear. Let's just kill that one off. Load it back up. Okay, journey onward. Right, so the imperative to not die is even greater because we are stuck back here. Well, we don't need to go in there now. We've already seen that. I'm sad at myself that I hadn't saved. We're just gonna have to save often. And if we die, then we are hard locked and I have to reset the game. Oh, tedium ho. Actually, we're going to have to play a bit more... Oh, very much so. We're going to have to play a lot more conservatively now because I imagine that with this, one of my main cheeses in the vanilla game was to hide through doorways because ogres were too big to fit through doorways. So trolls were too big to fit through doorways. And, well, it looks like they may not be too big. I think that a lot of things are going to fly now that didn't used to. Now, we actually need to go in there because there's a game critical thing. At the end of that cave, there's some spider thread that we need for when we get to level 5. There it is. Oh god. Forgetting to turn off mouse look and flinging my camera everywhere. Thank you. We have to be pixel perfect on our grabs, apparently. Is that all we get? There we are. I'm not going to be too critical. I'm positive that there'll be something that happens that causes me to rage like a petulant toddler at some point. Not restore it like that. That's my ineptitude. But I'm also being very mindful that this is not a final release. This is something that I'm looking... Hey! We did not say you could do that. It's something that I'm looking on as an early access build. That is gonna have some kinks. And, well, the only way it's gonna get ironed out is if people actually play it and find different ways to break it. Like we just found with the silver sapling. But, I mean, that's this save rooted. And if Selt was here, he probably would have already beaten me to that awful pun. I actually didn't realize it until I'd said it. There it is. We'll grab this chicken. Oh, we haven't eaten yet in this timeline, have we? No. Just lighten our load. Keep those 2 rotworms, we need those. Here, boy. We're just gonna backtrack our way to the healing fountain. Is what I'd be saying if we needed it now. There's one more, and it's a much tougher spider. As my dog snores in the background.
He's chasing rabbits again.
Aww. Now we have another... I'd like to open it, thank you. Do we have another bag yet? No, we don't. So loot will have to sit in the backpack until we get one more sack. At which point we can keep loot in there. Saving! This is basically a boss fight in here. Wait, mouse look, thank you. Don't scare me like that. Oh no. I don't think that's the lurker. I think that's just the engine processing that we're over water, even though we're also on a bridge. I'd actually be keen to see if this has ever been recreated in the Doom engine. Oh god, there's the poison. Nope. Run away. Just gonna have to go and wait this poison out. Actually, I might inspect and see how badly poisoned I am and whether we can risk sleeping. How bad is it? Oh, not at all, apparently. Right. Back, you spider. I love that it primes an attack as soon as we choose the attack key. That's not totally going to screw me in some horrible situation later on. But it was worth it there. Right. Get rid of that. You are in better shape. We'll keep that. We can sell that one. I actually don't think that we were meant to have gotten a leather vest that early in the game. With that first one. I'm pretty sure that goblin dropped 9 coins at the start and not a vest. So 9 or 6 coins. So maybe it's given. Maybe it's got a loot table that it's drawing loot from, and so 9 coins is probably worth 1 leather vest or something. I don't know. What I do know is that we forgot some leggings, a piece of cheese, and a rat that's going to object to our liberating both of these items. We can't talk to you, but we will stab you because you have what we want. There we go. Some leggings and cheese. I've got everything from that corner, yes. So we've actually almost finished with level 1. There is nothing else we really need here. Oh, I'm wondering about the rotworm stew recipe though. The vanilla version of the game had the problem that if you made the rotworm stew, then you'd actually permanently lose a point of inventory weight because of how it calculated the ingredients. I don't want to suffer that penalty here. So I'd usually just resort to bartering with the end of my sword for it. Not for the recipe, for the dragon scales that we want the recipe for. What's in here? So this is the rest of our create food spell, which with our whopping 0 out of 0 mana points after we've used a mantra that boosts our mana. Holy, do we start with negative mana? Your adoptive mother is a special kind of evil, Blood Angel Veronis. Also, hi. So I'm thinking that a number of textures just haven't been implemented yet. Call me kooky, call me wacky. Going off a hunch here. We'll talk to him. There we go. I just remembered how badly broken dialogue is in this game. Not in this game, in this port. Exactly. I wish to view the splendor of thy settlement. So basically, if we suck their dick, they're good to us. Unfortunately, I only need to speak to one of them. Yeah, this is way too bright. This port is way too bright. I should not be able to see down there from here. Not game breaking, not at all. Hell, I know I'm gonna abuse the hell out of that. But for the sake of feedback, I shouldn't be able to see that. The game needs to be a few shades darker. You. No, I'm not here to bother the boss at all. I'll just get going. There we go, he's mentioned the stew. You get curly fries, I'm jealous. Pretty sure Red would be jealous as hell too.
Huh?
Blood Angel Verona says curly fries. We're already talking about food. We made it 40 minutes into a stream before we started talking about food.
And they stopped stocking curly fries at our local grocery store.
We have a mandolina that we don't need. You weren't there to make sure that she used mashed potato. Because that was Blood Angel Verona's solution to no mashed potato on a shepherd's pie, well, cottage pie. We'll leave that one at the door. To a pie. Was, instead of mashed potato, curly fries. I can't fault his logic, I really can't. Seasoned waffle fries. We can get those here. I'm fairly sure that's what I saw in the freezer section the other day, with those waffly things. They were more of a lattice, I suppose. I probably want to put some points into defense. Now that I remember that we had a defense of 6. One more dead spider. Bit of corn. Yeah, sure, throw a few at me. I mean, you've heard Red's horror story of the carrots cooked in orange juice because apparently she doesn't like flavor. Here, rats. Yeah, there you are. Chocolate fries. Oh, vampire bat. That one can poison me. So my plan when I get poisoned is basically to just run back to... Oh, screw you. Run back to that healing fountain. And that swing sound is totally ripped out of Black Crypt. That sound. That's the attack sound from Black Crypt. Purple ketchup. Did it taste any different? Because if it didn't taste any different, then that's actually an amazing thing because purple is the superior color. It's just another torch. The ale we can probably barter with. Yes, exactly. I was mentioning that in another stream, actually. I plan on finally playing through a Pokemon game at some point in the future. And the only candidates are all the old ones, because the new ones from Gen 7 onwards are just cutscene-filled rubbish. I don't want to play an interactive movie, I just want to play a game. Frankly, even Doom 2016 had too many cutscenes for my liking. The originals just had the right balance of, you know, no cutscenes. This one you have to get to the 2 boss fights to get anything that resembles a cutscene. Alright, and we are hurting. We're definitely hurting. This is a rune. It was poor for large jumps, I think. Yes. We have a pouch that we can put some loot in. Can I scroll down? I can scroll down. We're going to put our gems in here. This box weighs too much to justify carrying it. And a bottle of water. We don't actually need water for anything. Apparently I'm too full to drink that right now. Put that in our bag then. Along with that and that. Red's favorite color is purple.
What was this about purple?
Blood Angel just commented, he's noticed that women who like purple are terrible news.
What's it say about men whose favorite color is purple?
Oh shit, I attacked the wrong one. Oh damn it, they're gonna push my shit in now. He was the friendly one. Do I have a switch? No.
No, the correct answer to that is fuck no, because we don't want to buy 8 of the fucking things.
We have 6 kids, so whatever we buy one of, we have to buy many of. I'm just gonna run away and heal myself now. They can open doors! They're sentient beings with opposable digits, apparently. Fair answer, Blood Angel, fair answer. No, in terms of handheld consoles, I have a Game Boy Pocket, a Game Boy Color. Date myself right there because I bought them both new. And a DS Lite and a 3DS XL. I missed the GBA, but the DS Lite compensates for that. And this was growing up with a father who was insistent that I instead get an Atari Lynx. Which I wasn't necessarily opposed to, but I'd never heard of any games that played on it. So it seemed a little counterintuitive. Okay, well, yeah, statistically you've got empirical evidence to back yourself up. Blood Angel has done his research, Red.
Yeah?
Yep.
On what?
On the purple thing.
Oh?
Yep, he's conducted extensive field research into the matter.
So, one person?
No, 2 exes and a mother who burned his house down.
Well, you better disown your daughter then.
Oh, she likes pink.
And purple. 'cause
She
it's your
enjoys
favourite
purple.
colour.
It's not her favourite colour, though.
Actually, when I asked her, because something, I think it was when we were doing origami, I said, would you prefer a pink or a more purple one? She's like, they're both my favourite colours. So,
Can I pick the damn thing up? Thank you. And yes, scoop up a GBA. We found one on, actually, Facebook Marketplace yesterday. And aside from missing a back panel, it included 3 of the GBA Pokemon games. Which, last time I went looking for one of those, they were, you could find them, but they were like $80 each. Oh, I don't like this. This is bad. We're just gonna run away now. So, getting 1 GBA with 3 of those games for $80 doesn't really matter what state the GBA is in, because I could have played the cartridges in my DS Lite. Nice. I still get nostalgic when I fire up my Game Boy. But I hit that point last year. I realized I actually dug it out to show my bonus sons how what a Game Boy was, and how the cartridges worked, how the old games worked, and the realization hit me that the internal battery in all of my Game Boy games had died. So all of my saves are gone. My 1999 Pokemon Tour Mew is gone. Thanks to my ex-wife, so is the trading card that came with it. So I can't let's play Shadowgate by holding a phone camera over my shoulder while I play it on the Game Boy. I have to play it on an emulator now. I don't want you, I want you. I want you, thank you. What state are you in? Badly worn. Oh, we can still trade them for the moment. It's not like we're running short on inventory space. That comes when we find plate mail. It is. Cultural skeptic, if you stick around, you'll realize that that's a consistent theme on my channel. We've actually run out of torch. See, that's how dark it is we didn't notice when our torch died. What do you mean there's no place to put that? Right there, where it's meant to automatically go. Again, I'm wondering if the brightness is a Unity constraint. We already have one of these keys, but it can't hurt to have a second. And I'm reasonably sure that that's everything we need on level 1 now. Level 2. See, I never knew that they were even thinking about a game 2. I know that they've remade the original many times. Hell, I'm pretty sure even the Game Boy version I played was a remake. Very slow traveling acid. Sapphire. Really? This how it's gonna be? It's almost Ken's Labyrinth speed. I love it. I shall if I ever get the Steam version. Right now I'm content with the Game Boy Color version on my phone's emulator. Through here, it's down here. Yeah, I see you. We don't have a healing fountain on this level either. We have to settle for sleeping like a peasant. And we have our next awkwardly untextured shrine. No, don't hit the freaking thing. Christ. Right. I should probably have remembered which mantra was defense, but until then, ammo. I'm actually going to save. And Emu. Oh, we're not ready to level up. I wanted to see if we're actually going to ever gain 2 mana points to rub together here. I suppose now it doesn't. We don't have that mana boost we gave ourselves before. Oh, nope, nope, nope. This actually makes me wonder what the end battle is going to be like if monsters are hitting us so reliably. You grew up on PS1. I was 12 when the PS1 came out. I was born in 86. I started playing Doom when I was 6. I was playing Doom more or less as soon as it came out, actually. My parents tried to curb my enthusiasm for Doom by giving me Wolfenstein, which I promptly finished and went back to Doom. Now this maze. Through here. Left wheel. And this is new. You're not meant to be able to find me yet. I don't even know what part of the map this one's from. Certainly a bit overpowered for what we're up to right now. As he rips our freaking armor apart. Right, healing fountain. Well, that definitely worries me when it comes to the levels with fucking trolls on them. Wolfenstein was awesome. If it wasn't so... It turns into a bit of a grind. I might let's play the first 3 episodes or something, but I would never let's play the whole thing, because after even... by the end of the 2nd episode, you have seen everything, and it's just more of the same. And it would just become such a slog to play through. I wouldn't enjoy it. By episode 4, I'd be over it. So if I'm not going to enjoy it, I certainly can't expect anybody else to enjoy it, except Ghost to Appease, who fucking feeds off of my salt. Also red. Super phallic. Do you remember the Stardew streams? I don't know if we got massively different versions. I know that in Fallout, Fallout 3 had to be re-released here because we don't permit any media depicting, you know, the use of drugs as you know them. So anything being injected couldn't be shown. And it's Hotline Miami 2 had a very highly pixelated, because, you know, the graphic style being what it was, basically, you know, a voxel rape scene. They had to they refused to cut out of the game, which is all of, you know, 2 frames long or something, but it was enough to get the game refused classification here, which I just loaded my fucking game, which means they can't sell it here. So instead of just saying, hey, if you don't agree with that particular content, don't play that part of the game, instead of that, no, it's just the game is straight up banned. I don't know of too many other games that have been refused classification like that, though. Oh, and we're hard locked. Damn it, I got greedy. Okay. Kill that. Load it again. That being said, I'm not in any way saying that I think it's a great idea to fucking include that content in the game to begin with. I mean, like, what on earth are you actually hoping to achieve with it? So our point at which we run is there. We get one more hit. Yes, and that's where we're going to flee. And go and heal ourselves, and I can't believe I loaded the game. Yeah, I love the music in this and the 2nd game. They have fantastic music. I'm going to have to still replay this one at some point this year and go back to my GOG version. I wonder if I can load these saves in the GOG one. We just go, you know what, Unity was nice, but it's broken, let's play the GOG one. Well, the DOS one. I don't know why I'm calling it the GOG one. I've never played the GOG... Backpedal. I've played the GOG version of this long enough to realise I preferred my DOS version of it. But I wonder if the saves are backwards compatible. Probably not. They'll probably break the game even more. No, I don't think we can. It's a murky area. It's illegal to sell something that has been refused classification. I don't recall if it's an offense to possess something that is refused classification. It may well be. I'm not someone who normally does a great deal of media law. But that's actually how they limit the flow of particularly violent pornography in the country, is they simply refuse to classify it, and so it can't be marketed. But anybody who knows the internet exists can still get whatever they want, realistically. Arcanum doesn't work, period. Shit, we need to work around this guy. Save. Make sure I'm saving this time. Oh, that was close. That was close. This is ugly. This is so ugly. Why am I walking? Thank you. Back to the healing foundation. I might just start resting here. It's not like food is so scarce that I can't just sleep. You also get a much more variable amount of health back when you sleep. Right, mouse look off, candle off, sleep. Cutscene again. And yes, and I support GOG as much as I can, because I'm yet to have with all due respect to Blood Angel's experience, I have never had a GOG game that didn't work. Some had hiccups. For example, the Ultima Underworld version on GOG had a glitched MIDI player, and so movement, you had a piano sound for movement as opposed to footsteps. And there are fixes available for it, but it was just easier for me to fire up my DOS install, because I could just copy and paste that off of a CD I made years ago. What the fuck was that? Here we have HUDless mode, which is kind of terrifying. Let's play with this for a bit. Is our health updating? Yes, it is. Should go and pick up the longsword. Wow. Right. By the way, F was the key that toggles that. Ah! It doesn't just get rid of the HUD, it gives us a full screen view. Okay, that's cool. GOG had me when I could get Dungeon Keeper 2. Because that was a game that I tried to get to work forever, but was generally lost in a morass of fucking rights issues. What's a plantain? I've never had that. I've never heard of that. Stop hitting the shrine! Actually, before we put that in, we're going to save and see if we actually get any mana. Emu, we have advanced in mana. We have 9 mana points now. So we're actually going to load our game because I don't give a shit about mana. We've advanced in sword. We've advanced in lore. Seems apt for me. There. At this rate, my avatar will be better versed in the lore than I am. Like huge bananas. And there we go, we're back to phallic. Through here. I think this just feels slower because of the full screen, which is really weird. I'd love this kind of an option in Eye of the Beholder. Wait, through the door. There we go. So we have gloves. We have an oil flask, which we are going to want because we will be grabbing a lantern soon. This full screen mode is so cool. I don't care how clunky the UI around it is either. Oh, I see where that headless came from. We don't actually need to go down there for anything. That is a side quest. I am not interested in side quests. This is not a side quest playthrough. I will have to do a 100% replay or something. We have to be careful to not aggro all of the things. Incense, which we don't actually need, but we'll grab the torches. I heard that. Save. I heard a thing. There is a horde of pissed goblins around here somewhere. As I sniffle. Right, this should just be skeletons. Oh no, rats. Skeletons is the other path next to the mountain men. You're not meant to be this difficult. At least we're hitting reliably, I guess. Spend those channel points. I can't think of a more worthy message to highlight either. Thank you for keeping my channel a place of decorum and good taste, Blood Angel. You are truly a beacon among men. Hun will tell us if we're getting a better deal. That will boost our appraise skill, which if I ever bartered in this game would matter. The only time I barter is when we rip off Zack for his taper or sacrifice. I have not seen these memes. Put the mandolin over there. We'll grab the leeches because we're gonna get poisoned. We're gonna get poisoned a lot. Sword at the ready because we have 1 hit point and death is a restart. That is a magical scroll if memory serves. No. Ra will improve our attack. We have a chain cowl as well. See, a worn chain cowl. Well, apparently our helmet just died. Didn't I just put a leather cap on? I could have sworn I just put a cap on. No, the cowl just disappeared too. We're getting out of that because we have no hit points to stay in that corner. Actually worrisome that our headgear is disappearing. No, run away, run away. No, that is not a way. That is like the opposite of a way. Holy crap. I know this game like the back of my hand. Goes in circles. Not the way. Oh, I see how they implemented the door. With the 50 door textures through there. Wow. It's about as sturdy as any door built today. Oh dear, oh dear. Actually, can we just sleep here? It's becoming it, yes. Sleep. Oh, good. Oh, yay! We gained so much out of that. How's our... We're currently well fed, so we can probably eat something. This reminds me of the sound effect you used to get when you would click on the ogre... The ogre producing thing in Warcraft 2. The ogre mound, ogre den, I can't remember what they called it. Oh, we don't just have spiders. That gazer is going to come looking for me in a moment. That is what terrifies me. And we're going to know when it follows us too, because that thing will start throwing fucking lightning balls. One more. Blood Angel's just shit stirring. 2 of them are mine, 4 of them are hers. We tend not to differentiate between them. There aren't too many contexts in which we actually refer to them as anything other than ours. Stop jumping. Alright, so where is that healing fountain? It's around here. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad we've got you here to keep Salt's chair warm. So it's quicker to dash back here for the moment and click on the healing fountain than it is to rest until we're healed. It's not a bad size. I have 2 sisters IRL and an adoptive sister and an adoptive brother. And apparently somewhere out there as well, I have a half-sister I've never met. Because my dad got his hoe on as a teenager. Alrighty, we got a spider. We're also going to save our game, making sure we're actually saving it. Oh, we killed him. I still ran away because I'm a coward. Gotcha. Now, what do we have in here? You're friendly, I don't care about you. You're a whining prat and you'll just attack me. Oh, our candle ran out again. He's moonwalking all over the place. Can I click on one of these torches? No. This is a storeroom. Oh, I can pick them up. I don't want to pick it up. I want to empty it. Okay, well, can I pick you up? Oh, so we can't get to the contents of that. I wonder if this game's actually completable. Ah, gotcha. Oh, and again we have the things. There we go. Can we open? I assume left click is opening or emptying the damn things, but no, nothing's coming out of them. We don't know how embarrassing it is when nothing comes out. Again, as long as it's not hurting someone, live and let live. We're going to have to... If we go in there, we're going to aggro that gazer is what's worrying me. But we've just aggroed something else apparently. I think we're hearing the mountain man who's in there. But we're going to try our luck with skeletons, because if nothing else, that will drop a short sword that we can upgrade to. Or we'll get acid slugs. I love that we could strafe those projectiles if we really had the... Really? That's how it's going to be? We can circle strafe. Could you die now, please? Thank you. Oh yeah. Preaching to the choir. Every single religion has its own bullshit. Right, so we can all see that that circlet is on my character. We're going to save our game. How long does it last? I had an attack ready. Oh, these guys are gonna hate fuck me pretty hard. If we just kind of keep retreating, they don't seem to be getting too many hits in. One down. Quick save. Oh, such as it is. So if we just slowly backtrack, then we're able to attack them as they get in range, but before they think to attack. Which is cheap, and I love it. One short sword. See, as soon as we change something else, we lose our helmet. What about our footwear? Right, so our footwear isn't affected, just our headwear. Gotcha. So critical hits are our enemy. There's not much point picking up any other headwear because I'm pretty sure that we're losing... Reasonably sure that we're actually losing carrying capacity as it's doing that, because it's calculating us as though we're wearing 50 helmets. We could actually end up with we could actually end up with 0 carrying weight because the game thinks that we're wearing 50 fucking plate helmets. It just works. You can go there. We don't want the spikes. 1. I agree. We need the ghost here. I'm sure he'll stop by if he's free. No, it's not like people have lives or anything. Save. Right, so we have a weaponsmith in here who can fix things. We also have a gazer who will unequivocally push my shit in. And a floating skull, apparently, because that's just how they roll. Well, float. And a rat who seems utterly disinterested in anything. I wonder why they're sparkling like that. Do I have an enchantment going? Another 10 coins. And a cudgel. Right, now all of this stuff belongs to Shaq, I assume. Yes, he is not happy with us. But we can talk. I need those skills. Yes, I'll pay, but I don't need that right now. what we want to do is get to the Nevermind dialogue so that he'll offer to trade. Because we have chainmail available. So I shall mark those and we shall offer him these. Oh, this is so fucking broken. Alright, so trade is broken. I don't know how we're going to get that taper other than by straight up murdering Zack then. Shit, we're actually locked in here. Right, so that's a soft lock. Yes, this is totally fully playable. Can you see this? Not true. Uh, 229 sounds like the most recent. Yep, before we went in there. Actually, the issues with the dialogue are telling me that this may not be completable. I'm thinking about it now. There are some dialogues that we have to get all the way through to fucking do things. We need to make at least one trade to get the game, get to the other end. We can't just stab our way through everything. So that is disappointing. So we'll go until we hit that wall. Oh, that's locked. We need to talk the password. Where'd you go? Still toe. I'm Aurelia. Other. So. That's the password to get into the treasure room. The other way you can get that, other than, you know, by playing the game previously. Seriously? Are we... Oh, good. The only other way you can get that password is by gifting something valuable to the Dwarf King over there, who hates being called Dwarf King. And he will offer you the password to see his treasure room. And if you accept it, he actually takes you as a spy and tries to have you killed. But if you don't, then he's like, go check it out anyway, don't be modest. And he gives you the password, and then you come and loot things and kill the golem inside. Which I'd normally love to do, but we don't have a way of getting back out. Because you can't jump high enough to escape it. And without our silver sapling working, we can't get out in any way at all. Right now, I don't want the plant. Don't want that plant. I want this flute because we need that for a quest. Now, how is it working? Okay, so it sounds like crap. Definitely sounds like they've got the mandolin's sound effect for that. Now I need to find a mandolin and find out if it sounds like a flute. Now, given that bartering just became utterly pointless in this game, I'm also going to take a moment to piss this stuff off. Come on, skeletons! I just remembered who's down here. Save. We get a broadsword on this level, so it's not too terrifying. We just need to find wherever these skeletons are hiding. Right, that's a locked door. That's... There should have been a couple of skeletons in there. Instead we just get these shits. Oh, and I didn't keep my, Probably best that we don't interact with Shaq any more than we need to. Lest we break the game. I'm not trying to find reasons to give up on it at all. I'm trying to find ways of keeping it running long enough to get to the other end. Which actually reminds me, just quickly pausing it, do I have my notes on this game in this book or the other one? Let's have a look. Dungeon Keeper, Stalker, Baldur's Gate, Lost Alpha, Jesus Christ. Grimrock, Oblivion. What I'm wanting is if I've written down Martin's Song of Wonder. Doesn't look like I have, or at least not in here. Must be in a much older book. Drat. Nope. Well, drat. I didn't write it down in my other book while I was let's playing it years ago, did I? Dungeon Master, Minecraft, Might and Magic 3. Once I played that, I need to let's play that. I'm waiting for Ghost to suffer through it first. Black Crypt. More Black Crypt. Underworld 2. Plenty of notes of Underworld 2. Speedrun route for Underworld 1. More notes. I made lots of notes because I think it was Plum and Bolev. I had someone who was absolutely fantastic help in the comments of Underworld 2. And he wasn't one of those overbearing, oh, you're doing it wrong pricks either. He was actually really genuinely helpful. You know, where I took a different approach, he didn't turn into a complete knob about it. But, unfortunately, I didn't write down the song. Oh, I see you there, Lurker. Okay, the Lurker actually moves a bit more appropriately. Mandate of Heaven. It sounds familiar. You're the teleport exit. Another floating plant. Moonwalking Lurker. Imp! Now we're running low on health here. Running seriously low on health. Again with that sparkle, I wonder what's with that. The Twitch app is terrible. It may actually be, yes. I know that the one I have on, we have I think it's the Xbox we use as the media center in the bedroom. We have Twitch installed on that, and that's how I used to watch most of my streams, but for some reason lately it gets a few seconds in and just stops. And it's not saying there's any update needed, it's just stopped working. Oh, I fucking see that cheap shit there. And we're so badly hurting that we need to save. So we have chain gloves. Put those on. That is, I believe, a magical shirt. No, it's just an excellent vest. There's a mace down there. Which I can't pick up. Can I reach it? No. Oh, worth a try. And here we have some food, which apparently I can't eat any more of. Oh dear. Oh, and I just need to pause for one moment because I have a video call coming in. Okay, and I'm back. Thank you everyone for your patience. That was actually a really nice surprise phone call from in air quotes my kids. They went back to their mums yesterday after a big visit, and they got a video call, and it was a really nice surprise. So, we were in the middle of being terrified of everything, because we have 2 hit points, and our armor is breaking. And everything is hitting us way too reliably for my liking. I will just quickly catch up on chat. Oh, good. Oh my god. There. Okay. Sorry, the Twitch app, as you were saying, Blood Angel, the Twitch app that you use, I am also using. It's how I have my chat open. My dashboard, actually, I only use one monitor. So my setup is I have my phone open in front of me with chat, so that I can still read. And holy crap, it will sometimes drop in and out. It's very selective. Now there's another headless around here. I hope so. I was from one of those families that my mum and dad really should have called it quits a lot sooner than they did. I was an adult and out on my own before they split. And Jesus fucking Christ, did they need to just end it sooner. So I was the one that lived with the purgatory of the unhappy house. So hearing that, Blood Angel, is encouraging. Can I hit you like that? No, we were doing so well. No. Oh, restart.
Don't be fucking surprised me if you did.
Oh, we have to, because the way that there's an item in the game. It's the little sapling, and if you plant it and you die, you respawn at the location of it. But at some point, it's glitched into the ground because of the way that this source port's not that stable. And so when I respawn, I'm respawning at this thing, and because it's underground, I'm being insta-gibbed and respawned at the location again. And so it's got me in this infinite loop of being insta-gibbed at the same location.
I could just play that for a few hours.
And so it locks the game if I leave it there.
Just let it lock the game for a few hours.
Journey onwards, 239, 234, 239. Oh, we're here. We hadn't even killed the things yet. I need to be saving more. So there are a few things that have come to light in the way this has been, been implemented, that have me seriously concerned that this will not be a playthrough we can complete, but we're still going to try until we do hit that final wall. We've already discovered that the bartering system is completely broken. Not because of any inherent game mechanic issues, but because the actual interface itself is broken. I can't remember the last time labels like that mattered at all.
Oh, God. Seriously, Oscar?
I take it the dog is interacting with Red. How's my coffee doing?
Me out the door.
That's the rest of my coffee. We're going to save because screw reloading again. Right, and where is that spider? We're playing with fire, really hunting this thing down with no hit points. We need health. I don't know. That was his name when we adopted him. Here in South Australia, there is a program to rehouse ex-racer greyhounds with the Greyhound Adoption Program, and that was how Red adopted Oscar before. Oh, for fuck's actual, before she met me. And greyhounds are the most incredible dog with kids. absolutely the best dog ever to have around kids. They are lazy as hell. They don't tear around the place. And they are very patient. Oscar loves his little family. He loves his little people. He will go out of his way to make sure that they're all accounted for. When they're at their other parents' houses, he will go around the house trying to find them. He is that concerned for their safety. And he lets them cuddle right up to, not just cuddle up to him, but on him. They will, Mr. 4, the youngest, will literally ride that fucking dog, and he won't so much as whimper. And I know that's not necessarily good for his back, and so we don't actually let it happen for long, but he doesn't take exception to it. I think he's barked once ever, when he had 3 of the kids all trying to cuddle him at once. He didn't take kindly to that, which is fair enough. As a parent, I don't take kindly to that. As a parent, I've barked at the kids over less. Alright, so we've got more than 2 hit points now, so hopefully we can survive a freaking rat. So the difficulty, thanks to this game engine, is certainly higher. We got the spider as well. It's the spider I'm more concerned about. You're dead. Oh, a freaking headless. FML. Oh, what else is hitting me? Oh, nope. We're gonna load our game before it locks us. Right, well, let's see if we can get this. Aurelia. Yes, you did. What dost thou fear? I'm afraid of nothing. Such as... is there a remedy? Yes, I would love to see your collection. Very well. Right, so this is what we want. I'm also going to go for that. Now he wants food. Yes, and he is a sucker, and he took it. Now, is it going to let us out of the chat window? At all? Yes! Okay, we got out. Where are the things that we just bartered for? They're not in my... Christ. No, they're not. Shit. Okay, so... bartering may actually be completely broken. Crap. Well, looks like we get to do this the old-fashioned way. I hadn't saved, had I? No. And we are no match for him at all. Nope, not even close. So the problem is that we need to get that candle off of him. It's an endgame item. We cannot finish the game without it. We can't barter for it. We'll just have to hope that we can come back and squish him later. Load the game. We are absolutely not ready for this yet. Oh my god, the fucking mouse look. And because I'm WASD attempting this, and I'm terrible with WASD, I fucking hate WASD. Oh, for fuck's actual. Restore. Load. Mouse look on. Right, that's the switch with the rats. Through here. No, but that is the way to a key that we would not have minded. Get through here without getting poisoned. We are not ready for any of this. Just get down here. There. Jesus Christ. You know what? This is turning into more of a glitch showcase than anything else. We're actually going to... I'm actually going to quit out. And we're going to see if we can finish this in the original port. Because, Jesus, effing Christ, is this just turning into more of a problem than honestly it's worth. So I'm opening the DOSBox version now. Capture, properties, let's see. It'd be good if it would give me the option to actually capture the DOSBox window. Properties. I'm trying to capture a specific window OBS. I can capture OBS itself. What would I categorize Flint as? In what context? Well, I suppose let's journey onwards. Let's see if it'll even load the game. Oh, it does load the game. Okay, well that's encouraging of itself. For the sake of Minecraft, I would think of Flint as... possibly... I'd put it as a rock. I can't seem to find a way of getting OBS to... Yeah, oh, it's running. I just can't seem to get OBS to capture the thing. But it certainly runs. I'm looking at it right now on my screen. I'm just working out how to get OBS to interact with it. Really doesn't seem to want to at all. Let's see here. I can't even seem to capture my entire screen at the moment. Window capture. Properties. Window. Here we go. I can capture the DOSBox window. Do I know of Kikoski? Yes, he is fantastic. My kids love him. So we've got that. How's that going to work? Be good if OBS would update what it's actually showing, to be honest. Because I can see it. I can see my cursor moving around on it. And it's doing its friggin' mouse bullshit. It tells me I'll need to quit out when we do actually get it working, but we got it working for the moment. With all of its jankiness, all of its glory. Oh dear, I haven't played this one since the Let's Play. But if I can't get it to actually pick up in OBS, then we can't run with it. Let's see what else I can do here. No, that's definitely the right window. Alas, it doesn't seem to want to work. So if I quit that one and start it again, I wonder if that'll nudge OBS in the right direction. Not really. I expect all you're seeing is a blue screen overlaid with my desktop wallpaper. But it's just not finding the game. Yeah. I don't know what to do about that. Game capture. Game capture isn't catching it at all. It's just not recognizing DOSBox at all. So I'm trying the window capture option. But it's limited to that black screen. It can't actually display the game, which was an issue I had with Heretic as well. So we may be stuck with the Unity version, such as it is. So I'll just go back and re-hide those. Once more into the glitch showcase. I should leave the DOS version playing in the background for the music. Ah, shit. If we give up on this, which is an entirely realistic option, then plan B would probably be... I don't want to start Doom 2 hours in. I don't know what I would play. I'd probably Eye of the Beholder. We'd roll through Eye of the Beholder. That's something I know I can do. Oi, piss off. At least we know this is a way out. Oh. Right, so that's a gazer. We're not up to him yet. Like, not even effing remotely. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is terrible. This is beyond terrible. So, the game is beautiful. Right, we're 2 hours in. We can safely say that the game is beautifully executed. I am grateful that people have put the work into designing this and making it a thing, because when this is finished, it will be a thing of beauty. Is this finished to a point where we can play it to completion? I'm going to let that fountain answer the question for me. This is not a winnable game yet. It is playable. Hell, it's even enjoyable. It looks good. It feels good. It is everything that I think when we go back, when we think about Ultima Underworld, if we haven't played it for 15 years, and we think about it, this is what we are thinking about. This is the game that we have in our minds. How it looks, how it feels. Especially that. Holy crap, that full screen mode is to die for. But ultimately, it doesn't just work. There's enough broken with it at this point in its development that it's not the kind of thing that, at least not in, I couldn't finish in a one-day stream, which is what I was hoping to do. If I'd started the DOSBox version, and I'd been able to get OBS to work with it, it's another matter, then I could have smashed that out. So I am still going to have my replay of this as soon as I finish with Heretic 2. But where does that leave us today? That leaves us today with me going to have a look at Eye of the Beholder to see if we can get that to run, and if we can get that to capture, then we are going to play through Eye of the Beholder in a sitting, because that only took me 3 hours last time I did it. I'd allowed for between 3 and 5 hours today, so I've still got 3 hours up my sleeve. But those who came for Ultima Underworld Unity, whether you're in chat now or looking at the VOD, because hey, this will go up on the YouTube channel eventually. Look, there is plenty of feedback to be had. Monsters shouldn't be able to track me from the other side of the effing map. By all means, let them follow me, let them pursue me. The difficulty is better in this. The fact that they can attack me, my armor is breaking, all of that is really good. The balance of those mechanics is much better than the vanilla game. But, well, yeah. AI could use some refinement. inventory mechanics with the helmet. As we saw, the head slot seems to be broken. 0 out of 10 for bad head right there. What else? Some of the items, some of the interactables, like we saw with that urn. That urn was a problem. If on the off chance one of the devs is looking at these urns, I should be able to empty them. Same with the untextured urns in here. I should be able to empty those, and I can't. So that's a problem. The trading screen is utterly broken. Completely, utterly broken. The dialogue UI needs some work. But they're playable, not interactive, so again, it just works. There we go, we got the fountain working. So gonna do it from the other side. The jumping physics, oh my god, the movement physics in this game are worlds ahead of the original. I can't sing the praises of that one highly enough. I'm just trying to think of everything I have to say before we switch games. That way I can upload this one as a complete VOD. I will end. I'm not going to finish streaming, but I will end the stream. It'll show us me going offline for a minute, because I will swap it out so that I can update the stream details with Eye of the Beholder. It also gives me a chance to have a stretch and a coffee, or to make a coffee. I'm not going to make you wait for me while I'm drinking it. What else? That's all I can think of right now. The dialogue, the movement's good. The fact things can hit me, I'm not necessarily disappointed in that. The difficulty curve as it currently is will force me to actually play it thoroughly. You will have to hunker down and explore everything to get every bit of experience, to get every bit of equipment, to make yourself effective to survive the next part of the game. I appreciate what they've done with that. Where that comes unstuck is the next part of the game is already hunting you down from the other side of the fucking map. And that's something that they'll need to refine. But thank you, whoever. I wish I'd actually looked up to attribute the team developing this. When I upload the VOD to YouTube, I will include all of that information in the description of the video, and a link to the page where you can get this. Anyone who wants to support those devs, please do, because if they've done this already with what they've got, then they can make this something absolutely mind-blowing with a bit more help. And frankly, what I've played right now, still I've enjoyed more than what I've seen of something like Underworld Ascendant, which, to me, Underworld Ascendant is to Ultima Underworld what the Thief remake is to Thief 2. This is what I was hoping for when I heard of a Thief remake or a Doom remake. But before anyone gets to hate on in chat, I do still enjoy Doom 2016. I just prefer the originals. Anyway, with our perfectly aligned fountain, I am going to take a break. I'm going to end this stream, make a cup of coffee, and come back with Eye of the Beholder in probably 10-15 minutes. Everyone who's kept me company while we've derped around in this until we managed to break it, thank you. It's been great having your company. I hope to see you around in Eye of the Beholder. Well, you've seen more of the Thief remake than me then. I've seen enough of the Thief remake to see that it was on rails, and it reminded me of something like the new Harvest Moon game, which I haven't played. But I have watched Dangerously Funny play it, because that was a dumpster fire, and there was only one person I could trust to treat it with the appropriate disrespect. There. Anyway, I'm going to call it there. Thank you, and I will see you in a few minutes with, hopefully, Eye of the Beholder. If all else fails, then yeah, we're going to fire up Doom. Actually, no, we'll fire up Heretic. Keep it interesting. Until then, though, cheers.